Hi, Heidi Ho, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Also, don't mind my voice. I'm currently going through speech therapy, so I'm trying to get a more feminine tone. But ignore that. We are going to be doing a Caleb Williams career sim. I wanted to do a follow the player simulation. Who better to start it with than that's the wrong button, than the projected #1 overall pick, Caleb Williams. I am controlling the Bears because right now they have the #1 overall pick, which he is projected to go there. So if you just want to take a look at his attributes real quick, that's what we are going to be working at. As let's go ahead and get into the draft, everyone. With the #1 overall pick, the Chicago Bears go ahead and select Caleb Williams from USC. We'll do the top 5 just because it's interesting. Jaden Daniels goes to Washington, not the last time they've picked here. Drake May goes to the I don't know how I feel about the Patriots going quarterback. And then with the 4th overall pick, Joe Alt goes to the Cardinals. And then the Chargers with the #5 overall pick goes Marvin Harrison Jr. Now let's go ahead and get to the end of the draft, and we'll go ahead. Oh, that's the wrong button. Hey, Dallas ends up going to the Falcons anyways. I said Eagles on accident. We have Dallas Turner and the Falcons franchise that I'm doing or the modded franchise. This is modded as well, as I'm sure y'all are aware. I'm going to be using quite a few. We're going to be using a coach mode mod, a bunch of uniform mods by Your Best Bengal, as well as some attire mods. I will have full credits to them and to the creators and what the mods are in the Discord, or in the link in the description, and the Discord will also be linked as well. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go get the I'm gonna go ahead and get control over Caleb Williams. And if you don't know how to do this, you have to retire a character, create a new character, and then just go ahead and go to it. Now we are going to be doing 15 years with Caleb Williams, because if you use that's the wrong button. If you use a custom or a pre-made player, they do retire after 15 years, but you get to control your favorite player. We're going to be starting with Caleb Williams. He's going to come in at 78 overall. Now he is projected to go #1 overall pick right now in real life, but there are a lot of red flags. Let me know what y'all think should happen with the Caleb Williams. I'm gonna get my settings set up, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, with the Bears, Caleb Williams going to be coming in at 78 overall, wearing #3. That's the wrong button. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, Caleb Williams is going to be coming in wearing the #3 with the Bears, and we're going to go ahead and look at this player card. He is a scrambling primary quarterback coming in with superstar development. The awareness needs some work, but honestly, with short accuracy and everything, I don't think we're worried too much about what he can do. Now we are using the start today mod. There's credits to that at the bottom as well. We're going to change this to change it to closer. Perform better in the second half. Coming in with, he wants to be close to home, which I think that makes sense. He wants to be top depth. Our current or projected depth is 7th. I don't really know why at quarterback, because he's got the highest rating for them, and he wants a historic championship lineage. Sorry, I forgot a word. And when it comes to this team, not a huge championship lineage. Oh wow, right now they don't have him in the depth chart. We do know we have DeAndre Swift as our primary running back. He's been in the league for years. I don't think he's a bad pickup. I just think that it could use a little bit of work. If we look over here at wide receiver, we work with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Taylor Scott, Colin Johnson, Dante Petrus maybe, and Vallis Jones Jr. Now with the trade for Keenan Allen, I feel like that was a idiotic move, because that's a big contract for a player that's not going to be playing for a long time with you. And then DJ Moore has just been kind of okay throughout his career. We do have some decent tight end help. These players are going to be okay at the beginning, but we will need some help later on. And our own line, at least starting own line, should be okay for now, but we're hoping that the coaches can do some more for us. When it comes to the defense, we won't be seeing much of them, but we're hoping that they will be able to do good enough to where we don't have to worry. Now, we can see that the edge rush is going to be an issue, as it looks like we might be okay when it comes to secondary. Kevin Byard, also a pickup through free agency, which I don't think was worth it, but if you really think you need to pick that up, you know? We go ahead and we get into preseason week 1. I hope everyone is having a good day, and I am wait, there we go. Let's get into preseason week 1. We got a message from the head coach. We drafted you because we love your talent. We expect that, and we know that he's expecting big things from us. So we start by getting some XP, and all we need is 50 yards in preseason week 1. That's really good. I am also using Sabo's franchise mod with some other things so that I will be able to use the My Franchise tool. Some other mods that we are using, in case anyone is curious, is the NFL on Fox presentation mod, some Unlock Ultra mod. So if anyone wants to see maybe a little bit of change of the accessories, let me know. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get into preseason. Oh, we can start training. I forgot about training. So I don't know if y'all want to see this. This is a little bit of a trial episode. So to show y'all what's going to be happening, we're going to go ahead and skip this because I don't care what you guys say. I will be controlling nothing. This will be all on Caleb being able to do everything. We have what the quarterback sees as a mod, but this is all on Mr. Williams. As you see there, it's completely controlled by the AI. I do nothing. Brilliant mod makers over there in the mod community Discord. Highly recommend you check it out and experiment and trial with your mods and see what you like. But I'm gonna go ahead and let training continue, and I'll get y'all into week 1 of preseason. Ooh, alrighty, we go ahead and we get a silver. Caleb's trying to get acclimated. We had him go through his training camp and all that. And let's go ahead and let's get into week 1 of preseason. Uniform mods that we will be using is the drip mods by your best Bengal. Now, not every team has some, but the teams that do have them, we are definitely going to be using them because they look like as. I'd like to welcome everyone to this beautiful matchup in Soldier Field. Welcome to some preseason football as we get ready for Baltimore Ravens versus Chicago Bears. We look out for that man, Caleb Williams, as we spotlight his career. Go ahead and get down to the field as the Ravens start with a 7-point lead. Now, I will be in charge of like choosing the play, so we're going to start with a read option. I don't know how the run plays work in this. I'm testing a new run mod, so we'll see how that works as the read works. That's going to be a huge pickup for Caleb, 14 on his first NFL carry. Now, I don't know how much you want to count preseason as football. That's why we're starting in the preseason. We got a 1st and 10 now for Williams. We have movement, and that's going to be play action. He's got a man, but off the mark. The draft for the Bears, they start Williams, then they go Lutu, then they go Gibbs, and I didn't see the last person's name. Not going to lie, I'm a slow reader. We're going to go run yet again here. We'll run Swift on the right side, see what we can get going as DeAndre Swift gets us 3 on the 2nd down pickup. We are also using a hybrid camera, which is also linked in the description if you do like this. I'm thinking about making potentially, sack on 3rd down. Ignore what I'm saying as the Ravens defense gets there real quick and real good. Alrighty, y'all missed it, but I had to take a phone call. What is it, 4th? Alright, so whenever it gets to 4th down, what I do is I'm going to go into this, play all offense, and just skip the punt. Because no point in us seeing the punt, we're all spotlighting just one main man. 1st and 10, we got 41 seconds left. I think we're going to run a little bit of hurry up as we try to get Caleb Williams to the 50-yard minimum, as that was almost a sack. We have a 2nd and 10 now as Roquan Smith almost made us pay. Now, we do have a challenge for the 50 yards as an individual, and there's his first pass completion, only for 1. I think we're probably going to be leaving the 4th quarter, or leaving the 1st quarter without too many highlights, but we'll get into the 2nd game shortly after that right there. A sack to end his first ever preseason. I don't think Caleb's too happy about it. Following his first ever snaps in the NFL, Caleb Williams' preseason game is a little lackluster, as I'm sure you can imagine. No, there we are. He only threw 3 times, but only 1 completion. We'll see more, sorry, bad burp. We'll see more coming out of him in week 2 when he'll play the entire first half. Now, he needed to get 50 in order to do what coach wanted, and we know he didn't achieve that. So we'll see what coach has to say about that. I was hoping for some downfield completions this week. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that. All right, week 2, the coach has more to say, asking if we're ready to play the entire first half, as this time he wants us to finish with a passer rating of 95 and above by consistently completing passes, throwing touchdowns, and avoiding turnovers. So he just wants us to go out there and play pretty well. So I'm going to get the training done, and then we'll go ahead and get into week 2 against the Jets. Here we are with week 2 of the preseason. Once again at Soldier Field, we got a stormy game ahead of us as we are going to be watching the entire first half with Caleb Williams as he goes up against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Now, with the Ultra Unlock mod, some face accessory causes people to have like the bottom half of their face look very dark. We're just going to ignore it. If we see anyone that has it that stands out a ton, we will most certainly go through and customize customize them so that they have a normal looking face. Now, I am also using coach suggestions because we are watching a player as the first down run with Swift goes nowhere. We are watching a player though, so it wouldn't make sense for a player to be out here calling plays, especially as a rookie. We'll say probably around year 3, year 4, we can say every now and again we'll call a play, but right now we just want to see what he can do as the third down throw is going to be caught. That's a huge catch. Caleb Williams gets 20 to Moore. DJ Moore with the 20-yard reception. Now Keenan Allen's wearing number 10. We have Swift at number 0 and Moore at number 2 as he gets the run here on first down. He's got a couple of daylight. 3 yards for him as we did look at this draft class. We know Williams is our superstar highlight player. Keegan was the right guard that I didn't get a chance to look at. We got a 2nd and 10 as we're down 6-0. Deep drop as that's going to be a contested ball, incomplete, intended for Moore. 3rd and 7. Now this Jets defense, they have of course Sauce Gardner, but not just that, they actually do really well against coverage as we get sacked there. The Williams to Williams connection, and that's going to force us to punt on our first drive of preseason. Now we come out 9-0. Our defense able to hold them to 3, but 3 is still more than we want them as Swift has a lot of daylight, makes a man miss as he heads up field for 27, maybe a little bit less. I don't know how many exactly, but a big gain for Swift. We come out now with a 1st and 10 from the 53, 54. We're going to run play action after the good run from Swift. We get that one out, maybe a gain of 4. Williams firing 3 for 4 with 27 on the day. Really love to see it. We're going to run jet sweep with Moore now. Feel like it might work. It relies heavily on Komet. We can get Moore in motion. And Komet doesn't guard the right person, but Moore finds some daylight anyways. No. Hopefully it's not that bad as he's not holding anything as he comes out, but a limp is never what you want to see. We come out needing 3, 3rd and 3 to be precise. See what Swift has. If we can rely on the run game, it's gonna be big. First down for DeAndre Swift. Now, we're probably going to get a good bit of running from Swift because rookie quarterback and all, they're going to, of course, want to keep the ball in his hands as that's going to be fired really late. It was intended for a screen pass for Swift, and he just doesn't read it. We got turf toe, so he should be good. We're going to bring Michael Gallup in. 2nd and 10 from our own 30-something, or 20-something. We run play action as that's going to be fired to the tight end for 9 yards. This drive, the Bears not really struggling as we seem to be able to keep the drive going and sustained as we sneak it for 2. Of course, we're down. We need 1 yard. Why wouldn't you run a sneak there as that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter? We are down 9, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I think if our defense can wake up, I think we are going to have some amazing things happen for us as we have 1st and 10, maybe about 15 yards out from the goal. I'm going to say 16 to be safe. We run play action. That's going to be fired to the tight end. After the pickup from Komet, we come out with a 1st and goal opportunity. That's the wrong button. All right, we come out with 1st and goal opportunity. I am on mouse and keyboard because my controller is broken, by the way. I don't want any judgment on how I like to play my video games. Run with Swift, and he's going to be a yard shy of the goal line. All right, we'll see if this can work here. A 2nd and goal, needing probably about a run zone fake. Swift, touchdown, Bears. Let's see what celebration they got as DeAndre Swift wants to do a little robot dance with some O-line and Keenan Allen. To be fair, if we can keep Swift going like this, then we should be able to go, be a pretty decent team. Because if we can rely on the run game, then that's going to help us dramatically throughout. We're going to run, bad read, bad read. Should have handed it off. We're going to be missing a lineman after the read option goes backwards. It's unfortunate to see. We're going to run levels. Keenan Allen's our primary read. We are down 2, 7-9, 2nd and 13. Williams looks to throw. That one's going to be fired to Allen for a good pickup. We come out with a 3rd and 5 after the completion to Keenan Allen. See what Williams in this Bears offense has as they go pass. That one's going to be a little out in front of Komet. That's going to force us to punt the ball to the Jets. Well, they got a huge touchdown, so we are coming out with quite the disadvantage. Now, we are also using the Jets playbook. Not the Jets playbook, but the Bears playbook. I don't have any control over anything other than just like watching Caleb Williams and the team go, as that's a 1st down run for Swift. He's getting started phenomenally in this game. But kind of to iterate, the main point of this game is just we are watching Caleb Williams' career in a slow format. Kind of watching him make reads as we run play action. That's going to be fired to Komet for a huge pickup. But yeah, we're just going to be like watching him. Obviously, I can't just be told what pick, but we will just select a play from coach suggestions, and we'll go from there. And everything's going to be his decision, his everything. And off. Woo, that's a lot of daylight as they are not covering the run very well. Gonna be another 1st down after Swift run. We are swiftly making punches in this team's offense. We run jet sweep with Gallup. Michael Gallup's going to be tackled in the backfield. Try to run some confusion. It does not work. All right, let's see what happens after the 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Williams going to look to throw, and that's going to be dropped. Pass intended for number 81. I think that's Gallup, but drop passes are drop passes. Got to hold on to that one. We have a 3rd and 12 now. We'll see what Williams has. We get a hike. Caleb Williams, he's got a man over middle who breaks the first contact and gets us a 1st down, as we're going to be losing yet another O-lineman. 2 injuries to the offensive line this drive alone, but we've also had some amazing pickups this drive as Swift finds an opening for 5. Honestly, all of our offense, it looks like they're going to be pretty major injuries. Hopefully nothing too bad. 2nd and 5. We're going to run it yet again with Swift, who takes a bad angle but picks up 4 anyways. He's got 78 in the first half. 3rd and 1. We get this 1 yard. We will be at red zone territory, as that's going to be fired at the 1-yard line. What a catch for Michael Gallup. 1st and goal at about the 1-yard line. Not too bad. Trying to look around the center to see and sneak that boy in for a touchdown. It's amazing what you'll get away with a quarterback sneak. We come back out with 36 seconds left to go before halftime. 23-14. Bears are down, as that's a congested ball that gets knocked down. Obviously, Bears looking to go away with a score before the halftime. See if Caleb Williams is able to do that. Steps back to throw. Pressure's in his face, and that's off the mark. He had 2 men open, just unable to get the ball to either of them. See what we got here on 3rd and 10. We're going to run tight end cross and see maybe just what happens. As good coverage, Williams fires that one out of bounds. We're going to go ahead and give them the ball back. So with giving them the ball back, that puts us at an end of footage for Williams' 2nd preseason game. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, I don't know what happened. We're 35-30. I was talking, but we're going to get into the 3rd game of preseason. Actually, before we get into the 3rd game of preseason, I should probably go ahead and show y'all Caleb Williams this game. 10 for 17 for 109 yards. Not terrible, not a great quarterback rating either, so coach is going to have a lot to say to us about that one. He did have a running touchdown though. Following that game, we got another message from coach saying, I know you didn't have a lot of reps, but like, bruh, we're still going to get us some morale and some XP, and nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into week 3 against the Titans. That should be an easy game. They don't have a great secondary. Week 3 of preseason, coach wants us to see if we're the starting quarterback, as I don't think they're going to be bringing anyone else in to start, but he wants us to throw a touchdown and less than 2 interceptions. That's manageable. I'll let y'all see what happens as we get into the Titans game. All right, before we get into the Titans game, actually, let me bring one thing to y'all's attention real quick. We are not using the drip mods for the Titans. We will be using the Titans rebrand, like modern rebrand or redesign by Ren, RHENN, I do believe, as we get all home games. Do love it, as this is what the uniforms do look like. This is their current home uniform. This is their current away, as I wanted to changed them a little bit from what they used to be. Like, they were the Oilers, as everyone knows, but I think Houston deserves to have that still. So I went ahead and I gave them this instead so that they would be kind of a different. But otherwise, let's go ahead. I didn't mean to get into this. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Oh, that does mean that if we end up facing the Texans, they should be like the Oilers color scheme and everything. I hope that mod still works. I got a Texans redesign as well that I will link and everything whenever we get to them. But let's go ahead and get into preseason week 3. This is our last chance to see Caleb Williams as he will be playing the first 3 quarters as we start real close to goal line. That there was a turnover or something as we get set to score. We're going to run it with Swift to start, and that doesn't work. I tried to say Williams, but we don't have a Williams as a running back, and that goes backwards anyways. Come out I formation for a second down. We're going to try to pass it. We'll see if Allen is able to get open. Play action. Got a man on him. We fire that one short, and maybe a tackle for a loss. Starting this close to the goal line isn't necessarily the easiest, but it's not the hardest either. We're going to go red zone scissors. If everything works out correctly, then Swift should be open. We'll see if Williams will be able to find him, though, as Swift is open. He doesn't find him. That's a fumble recovered by the big man. Unfortunately, we are forced to settle for 3 to start. Go to play offense and skip the moment. We do get our 3, but that's 3 more than the Titans have to start. Now, I can't change their logo. I don't know how to change like the logo down there to match the new one, but they will have different uniforms. 1st and 10, second drive. We're going to have motion, end off, play action. That one's fired to Moore, who fumbles the ball out of bounds. 2 fumbles to start is not the greatest recipe for success. We're going to run read option here. We'll see what happens as it looks to be ran to perfection, and Williams is going to get it up to like 1 yard away. Following the 8-yard rush on first down, it looks like they're bringing pressure on the right-hand side. We're going to run it to the left, and that's going to be a first down and a little bit more. Back-to-back gains for 2 yards for Swift puts us in great perspective. We're going to run a screen pass, see how well that works, as they're going to bring pressure, so it works to perfection, and Swift doesn't follow his blockers. Oh, he does break first contact, though. Wasn't expecting that. 2nd and 3 after a successful screen pass. We're going to run play action, hoping to get this Tennessee defense a little confused. I did forget they ended up picking up Larry Sneed, as Allen's going to get the first down catch, as everything's clicking for us on this drive. Run halfback stretch with Swift. We're going to run it to the right side, as that looks to be a less contested side. Got to make a man miss, and he does just that. A huge run for on first down, as everything's working for this Bears offense. We're going to play action yet again. Feel like if they keep buying into the run, you set up the run, the pass will come shortly after. They don't buy it, but that one's out of the mark. Could have been a huge pickup, but Sneed on coverage, able to shut that one down. We'll run, I don't know what we're running. I clicked space. I don't know which one space was. I think it was a run with Swift, and it is, and he swiftly picks up a first down, and he fumbled. Why are we fumbling the ball so much? Please tell me he was on his knee or something. Booth review. No, wait. I don't know. That's a bad angle. I think his knee's down. They cut away to Sneed. I think his knee is down. They don't review it. They don't get points out of it, but come on. We had everything working for us. Now we're in our own end zone. That's 3 turnovers to start as we go run on first down, and Swift is able to pick up 9. 2nd and 1. We'll see what we can cook up here. I got a deep throw, hopefully. See if they're ready for it. That's a fake, and that's going to be fired to Allen, who's able to pick up some good yardage. No one covered him. Keenan Allen's already got 21 on the day. We're going to go ahead and call an audible to an inside zone run, and that's going to work to perfection. DeAndre Swift running towards the sideline, and that's a big gain. Almost a touchdown. 1st and 10 following the big run from Swift. I believe they're going to be bringing pressure from the left side. We're going to go ahead and block that up. They do just that, and we're going to get a deep shot. Touchdown, Williams. Bears take a 7-0 lead. Michael Gallup just gallops his way to the end zone, and that's going to go ahead and be our first long bomb touchdown. Misspoke. We have a 10-7 lead following defense letting up a touchdown. Run play action here and see what we can get. All right, they read well. Fire it short, and that's going to be, caught. Keenan Allen able to stay in bounds. I think he did have Swift over on the right side, but we're not going to question Williams, as right now he's the only one who's able to be doing anything productive. I don't know what I'm saying. Handoff to Swift, as that's going to be a good pickup, 4 yards. I'm going to say a little pickup, but I thought he might break it. Run jet sweep with Allen. No, they put Moore in on there. Hey, maybe DJ Moore is a better pick for that spot. Handoff. Moore is going to be tackled quickly by Simmons. We got 3rd and 7. Let's see what we're able to do here. Williams looks to throw. They're guarding short, and that's going to be Komet, who is able to pick up a first down and a little bit more. Going to run play action post cross. See what happens here on first down. We've run the ball every first down, as that's going to be a catch. Keenan Allen, who's got us up near the 20. Play action works to perfection that time. We have Keenan Allen in the zone. I want an inside zone. On the other side, Swift, he takes a bad angle yet again. I do notice that. They seem to take bad angles when running, but I'm okay with it, as that's going to give us another first down. We're going to run play action jet sweep. That's going to give us Keenan Allen on one-on-one coverage on the left side. See what they're able to do. And yes, man coverage. Just got to wait. Allen is covered real well. That's going to be fired out of bounds. Oh, whoa. Did you see that? There was a fight about to break out. I was just trying to skip, and we got hands thrown. We're going to run it with Swift after play action doesn't work, and that's going to be 3. Don't really know what to make of it. We got 3rd and 7. Crowd's getting loud. We're going to run pass. That one's fired for Swift. Touchdown! Let's go Bears. That's 2 for him already. Caleb Williams to DeAndre Swift. And our defense is not able to stop it yet again. But we're going to run speed dig out. We have a chance to score before halftime with 1 timeout. Also, we're running a different mod. This is the Amazon Prime presentation mod, as that's going to be fired. Hey, what a catch. But we are using a different presentation mod for week 3. I do plan on changing up presentation packages on every video going forward, as Keenan Allen has another huge pickup there. We're going to run hurry up if we can. We're going to run E. I don't know what it's called, but I want to change up presentation so it feels like every video we're watching from a different broadcaster. And DJ Moore with the huge pickup. Sorry, I wanted to say Rondell Moore. We got 21 left. We're going to run out. Allen probably was open, but that's going to be fired out of bounds. 15 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for the Bears. Honestly, just trying to make it an easier field goal. Make it 20-14, 6-point lead going into the half. They do really well guarding short, and that's going to be a pickup of short. We're going to go ahead and call a timeout with 1 second left, and we'll get our punt team out, or our field goal team out. The 55-yard field goal. I will control this, just kind of because why not? And, I might miss. The field goal's up, and it's good. 20-14 going into halftime. Defense able to stop Tennessee from scoring, so this last quarter we're going to be watching of this game, and this will be the last quarter of football for the for this video, as Swift is able to get some daylight. 5 yards on first down. I hope y'all do enjoy this video, and if this video does well, once again, I will continue the Caleb Williams career spectation or simulation. I don't really know what to call it. We're going to hand it off yet again. We got a lead. There's no point in trying to choke it, as we get 3 on the second down pickup. We need 1. Run it 1 more time, and then I think after this we might... Actually, I got an idea. We're going to run play action spot. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like they're trying to stack the box for a run, and they actually play really well against the pass, as that's going to be a first down. Give them any space, and I promise you we're going to make you regret it, as the Titans have an injury. We're going to run pitch wide receiver reverse. No, we're not. They're bringing pressure. We'll run under Z curl, and then I want a pass protection against the left side. We'll see what we got. They don't bring pressure. But he had a man downfield. He doesn't see him, but he does have Allen as well. I don't know if anyone saw him on the left side. He did have a man. Go ahead, get back to the run game as they're going to bring pressure to the right side, but we're running it left. 2nd and 1, hand off. They actually read that perfectly. We still end up getting none. We have a 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and 1. We're going to run halfback dive. I really just, you can't get 1 yard, brother. Like, come on. Oh, that's a yard. Don't know why you hard cut it, but hey, 92 for Swift. We got 7:50 left to go in this ball game. Play action jet sweep yet again. I like the one-on-one coverage with Allen. They just don't do it enough, as this is going to be a zone. So we're not going over there anywho. I mean, it probably would have been smart, and we go there. Let's go, Allen. Keenan Allen has 94 on the day. Let's run read option. I think this could work if we can just fool them good enough. And it does just that. One-on-one with a linebacker. Just outruns him, Caleb. No! Oh, no. We're going to go play-by-play and slow sim until we find out when Caleb's back. Let's go check injury report, see what they're saying. He is injured. I didn't mean to check depth chart. Medical center right now. It is a chest injury to be determined. So let's go into super sim, and we'll go slow sim, play-by-play until Caleb Williams is back out. Now, I don't know who our backup is, but I do want Williams to come back out. I'll let y'all know whenever he does. Ooh. Unfortunately, our spectating is cut short because Caleb Williams does suffer from a bruised sternum, forcing him to be out for the rest of this game. We'll go ahead and see potentially how bad that may be at the end of the game. Right now, we have a 23-14 lead. There's only a quarter left to play, and I don't think we're going to lose. We walk out of here with a W for the home crowd. Now, we played every game at home, so make that judgment as you wish. The Bears, Caleb Williams, 17 for 20. He was playing phenomenally until he got injured. 2 touchdowns for him on the game, while also running for 23 and obviously a fumble. We actually had a ton of fumbles this game, but that's neither here nor there. I don't want to go into scoring summary. We need to go see potentially how long Caleb Williams will be out with a bruised sternum. So thankfully, we do only lose him for the last bit of that game, as he does be able to come back for next week. We'll see what coach has to say against us. Son, back in April, we drafted a quarterback with all the talent in the world, and only seems glimpses of that guy this preseason. I was really hoping to pencil you in as our starter this week, but I think we need to rewatch your game film before we make a decision. Really? They don't think I'm starting material. I got injured. Are you gonna cut Caleb? Do the Bears cut Caleb Williams? It looks like we're staying. We'll see where we place in the depth chart, as we are going to be starting. Go figure. So we go into next week going up against the Minnesota Vikings to start our season. Again, if you do want to see this content, the only way I'll know is by how this video does. So if you like it, do hit that like button. If you are new and you don't want to miss anything, hit that subscribe and the notification bell. Otherwise, I got nothing else planned here. If you want anything special done to Caleb, let me know. I'll change his uniform. I'll change everything about him if you need it. All right. I'll see y'all later. Get out of here. Deuces.